WOCA. Ocala.
All right, 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. When I was a kid, I would look at the greeting cards for Christmas time and I guess other places like children's books, and you would see Santa Claus's workshop, and all of the elves were making things out of wood, right? There was no electronics. Do you remember that in those old pictures? Right? It was all these toys. Everything, rocking horses, the cars, and the little horses that the kids ride around with the stick. Remember those rides? We have a guy in the studio who can make those. He may have been one of Santa Claus's elves. I don't know. He is Tom Kilkenny. He's in the studio with his beautiful daughter, Sonya Kilkenny. And you have the best title, Tom. Do I call you Tom or W?
Well, W is... I'm Worshipful Master, Morningstar Lodge.
Oh, W is a title.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. And I love that title, Worshipful Master. I just, that is a cool title. The Worshipful Master of Morningstar Freemason Lodge number 94. Am I saying it right?
Correct. In
Silver Springs. And you are a very talented woodworker, carpenter?
Yeah.
That's what you do. This is what you do. And you're donating some handmade wooden toy cars to children at the Florida Masonic Child ID events. It says here that you donate over 2,500 of these wonderfully carved cars a year. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, nice to meet you. No.
I send them out
There you go. There you go.
Here, but they are worldwide.
Is that right?
I have cars in Mexico, Nicaragua, Uruguay, South America, Philippines, Africa, all across the U.S.
Wow. These aren't light. This must cost a little bit of money for postage.
Well, most of that is when they get shipped out like that. They're given to charities that they do the shipping. I don't ship them myself.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I donate them to other charities, and they ship them out.
So how long does it take you to make this car?
Just to build one car, probably an hour.
And how much does it cost you to make one of these things? I mean, how much?
Well, I have
the wood.
A couple friends now that donate most of the material to
okay, okay.
The bodies are donated by Yandel Building Materials.
Okay.
That's the drop pieces off of the ends of their trusses. So
I see.
It's
okay.
scrapped from them.
Oh.
So I'm recycling that.
Oh, nice.
I have another friend, Pete Peterson Signs, that the big plastic signs come in wooden crates.
Right.
Well, he has to get rid of that. That makes the tops and the wheels. So only thing I'm buying is the wood axles, the dowel rods.
So how did this all start for you? How did you start to do this?
One of my brothers and friend is a Shriner, and he was the president of the Ocala Shrine Club 4 years ago. I built a lot of furniture, cabinets, stuff like that, and he had asked me if I ever thought about building some toys. Now, I said, well, I've never really thought about it, but it's an interesting thought.
Right.
So I started tinkering around a little bit, a couple prototypes.
Was this before Sonya was born?
No.
No.
That's
so your Christmases weren't filled with toy cars and things like that? No?
No.
No, she got the dolls.
Well, have you ever made toy dolls out of wood?
That's an idea. I hadn't thought about that.
Very nice.
But
I don't know. I don't know what they would look like. They'd be hard. I guess you couldn't comb their hair.
Oh, well, puppet.
You make a puppet.
That's right.
Oh, that'd be a cool idea.
So, yeah, those were fairly easy. That's something I might have to look into. I like the idea.
So what do you do? I mean, do you actually draw it out? Is there a schematic somewhere on paper that
I have drawn them out. I just come up with dimensions in my mind, you know, kind of thinking what a little hand would hold.
Oh, wow. I love that.
You know, rather than my big paw.
Right. A little tiny child.
I remember children that's going to enjoy playing with these things.
Have you had letters sent to you from the children who've received them, or maybe the parents of the children thanking you or telling you, hey, we had a fun time with the cars, or we had a race down a hill or something like that?
I have a few. I've heard back from a couple of the charities, a nice letter. But yeah, I have a lady out in Oklahoma that her grandson had cancer, and he was down here at Give the Kids the World, and we had donated some cars down there. She sent me a letter that he really enjoyed them. In fact, they give away, Disney comes in and loads them kids up with all kinds of stuff. He sat there with them 2 wooden cars and ignored.
I bet. I was thinking the same thing. I didn't know that was the conclusion to what you were going to say, but I can still remember being a kid. That would have been the funnest thing.
Well, that's some of our strongest memories in our life when we get older. We go, you think about your childhood,
right?
Happy places, and what better way? And part of the reason for the Masonic emblem on them is, I'm a Mason as well, and we are always looking for good men to join the organization. Well, might be in 10, 15 years when they get old enough to join, they might remember that. We might get a new member, or it might, the grandfather, father, uncle, somebody related. They might, hey, that's a good idea. I like that. Let's check this place out. So we might get members that way. And that's part of what I wanted, but it was more for the children.
It's a very sweet story.
And one of the wonderful things is since you give them since you give these vehicles to the children raw without any decorations on it, you're allowing them to use their creativity and personalize it for their very own.
Yeah.
Just don't paint over the G. You don't want to paint over that. That's kind of a mark. That would make it worth something, I would think, right?
Well, I've seen a couple of them, and kids can get very creative.
So how did you associate with the ID events? How did that come about?
It just, well, he was looking for toys to donate to the Shriners Hospital. There's other guys that donate some really elaborate toys that they take down to the hospital. And as a father, I saw those toys and I thought immediately, those are not toys that will get played with. You'll let them play with it for a little bit, then those get put back up in the closet.
Right.
And when you're 25 years old, you get it back.
Yeah, I know.
So I wanted to give the kids a toy.
Something they'll play with.
They could play with.
Oh, my goodness. That's a great thing. Sonya, is your dad, are you as sweet as your dad? Your dad is a sweet, sweet man, right?
He is. He's a very good man.
Is your mom here, too?
Yes, she is.
She didn't want to come in?
No.
No?
No, she's camera shy.
She's camera shy. And microphone shy, right? So do you have a wood, I'm guessing you have a wood shop that you can do this in. Did the wood shop come as a result of this hobby, or did you have that there already?
Well, I somewhat had it. I've added a few tools since I've started this, but it was kind of a half and half thing. I just added to what I had to make it easier for me. But I've been contractor, so I've worked in wood and so forth all my life. I was a aerospace engineer. So.
Oh wow! And tell me about that. Did you work at NASA or something?
Well, I worked here at Grimes Aerospace.
Okay.
When they were here in town 15 years ago, I guess, when they closed.
And I'm guessing they contracted with NASA.
Well, we had some parts on the shuttle. We built a lot of parts for Boeing, Delta, just about all the suppliers into the big planes.
Do you know, I can remember going to NASA to there's like a souvenir shop over there at the Kennedy Space Center, and they had some carved space shuttles that you could buy as souvenirs. So, some of them were huge, just made out of wood, and some. Robin's brother is a woodworker. He makes a lot of stuff. Really, he makes cutting boards and signs and things like that.
Yeah, and whatever you want, he'll make.
So this started out as a hobby. I guess it still is a hobby in a way
Yeah,
for you.
it's still a hobby.
Yeah. And do you ever challenge yourself? I'm sure you do. So forgive the question, but I mean, do you say, "Oh gosh, I'm going to make a Ferris wheel of cars" or something like that?
Well, occasionally I come up with a few odd
Be
ideas.
a big
that,
project, something like that.
somebody will mention something. I'll come up, put
You
it
made
together.
a train
and-
for Harry.
Oh,
You made a whole train.
Oh yeah,
Oh, how big was
Who's
that?
Harry?
That must have been. Wow.
about like that.
And the cars came off and attached.
Oh, that is a cool
wow,
idea.
that is so cool.
It just fella she's talking of, he's big into model trains.
Uh-huh.
That's well. I have known him for 20 years. You've been over there now, and just he's a nice guy.
Make him a train.
Make him a train.
Yeah.
Nice.
So what is your relationship with Dr. Ramsey?
He is a brother Mason,
Uh-huh.
and in fact, he's the gentleman that donated the branding iron
Oh gosh.
for
oh,
the
nice.
square and compass.
Uh-huh.
Oh
We had-
yeah. Oh yeah. So somebody had to design that too.
Oh well, I did.
You
that-
designed that?
I didn't. I can't take the credit for that design. That came from masonry, many years ago.
No. Okay. And I don't mean the design of the design, but I mean the design of the machine that puts that on there.
Oh well, that's just a handheld branding iron,
Oh really?
electric branding iron.
But how did you make that out of metal?
Well, there's a company up in Michigan that they make the heads for the branding irons.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
I sent them the clip art and
And they
told
just-
what I wanted.
What do they call that when they pour melted metal? What's
Well,
that?
it's molded,
What's that called? Is it called smelting?
cast, smelting.
So, okay.
Uh,
I knew that word was in my brain for some reason. Yeah.
No, actually,
Now
that
he's going to get a branding iron.
That head-
Well, that's what I want.
is-
I want to get one of them.
it is machined on a CNC.
I gotcha. Okay. We need to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Tom Kilkenny is in the studio. Sonya Kilkenny, his daughter, is also in the studio. We're talking about his handmade toy cars that he donates. He does over 2,500 of these little cars a year. He's the worshipful master of Morningstar Freemason Lodge number 94 in Silver Springs. We'll be right back with Tom and Sonya Kilkenny after the break. You're listening to The Source, WOCA Ocala.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm around, especially during the afternoon hours along the coast. The high today 81 to 85. And partly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower along the coast overnight, low 66 inland, 72 at the beaches. For tomorrow, partly sunny with a couple of showers and thunderstorms in the area, mainly during the afternoon hours inland. The high tomorrow 80 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my
too.
seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new
Yep,
trunk. and
we can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do. Don't get caught without your daily source of senior deals. Pick up your copy of the Senior Voice newspaper. It's your source for schedule and events tailored to seniors, with information you need, like a list of free events in the area. We even have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company to you that fits your needs, and all we ask in return is that you tell them where you heard about them. For more information, call Tom's Picks, 352-804-1223. And pick up your copy of the Senior's Voice at most any business up and down the 200 corridor.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Hi, I'm Seth with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks or security on your house or business? Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost so much? Well, at AA Lock, Dock, and Security, we can help with securing your valuables. We can even replace those expensive transponder keys. We can give you the knowledge that no one else will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security at 867-1965. That's 867-1965.
Putting the local back into radio. 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. WOCA News. Variety. Information. Now. Keep your arms and legs on the inside at all times.
The most trusted name in news, Fox News, every half hour, only on 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
WOCA. All right, we are in the room with two really delightful people. Tom Kilkenny is here. Sonya, his daughter, is here, and we're talking about just these wooden cars. I know there's so much more to Tom and Sonya than that, but that is the focus of this interview right now. So, do you have do you do anything for the Christmas season specifically with the cars? I mean,
well, other than donating to the Shriners Hospital, there'll be 200 of those donated to the Shriners Hospital.
Wow!
Down at Tampa. Plus, I'll donate another 200 of them to the Scottish Rite Speech and Hearing Centers up at Gainesville and Tallahassee.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
And then I donate to several churches this time of the year for their Christmas baskets.
Wow, wow.
So,
do you know, I can remember when computers were probably not really in existence yet, but we used to call things computers before there were computers. And so there was this Mickey Mouse computer, and it would answer questions for you. It really had just a cassette in it. And what I'm trying to get at is it was a Christmas gift I bought, and I think it was $100. And I said, wow, $100 for one child. I'm breaking my budget with one toy. Let me get some other little things that don't cost so much. So I got this Play-Doh spaghetti making thing, you know. Sonya had one, and so and so that was the favorite toy. In other words, the little simple things like the wooden cars and the Play-Doh and I don't know, a bicycle, a ball, seem to always be the favorites of the little children above the things that you as an adult think are going to, like a computerized Mickey Mouse. It's just, it's nice, okay.
Well, you got to remember, children think in small thoughts. They don't think like the big computer like we have.
Yeah, yeah.
Because all that information hasn't been put in the brain yet.
Maybe that's the reason, yeah.
So they still think in simple terms. So a simple car is... they can relate better to that.
But this is going to last forever. This is not a toy that gets broken pretty easily.
No, they last pretty good.
Yeah.
You also instill in the children, when you actually give them the toys, is that you're helping them have a most enjoyable experience. And that should stick with them throughout their life, no matter what they're going through at the time when they grow up. They'll remember your kindness, and they'll be able to share their own kindness with others.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah, I'm sure it goes beyond the toy. Robin sees beyond the toy, yeah. Yeah, she sees the symbolic gesture of what you're doing as well.
Yeah, I mean, one good thought always leads to more. And one leads to two, leads to four.
You're a philosophical guy. Philosophical.
And you are allowing a child to use their imagination, because they can take that truck, they can be moving it around and stuff, and they can picture them in a space capsule. They can picture them in a motorboat. They can picture them wherever it is they want to be at that particular moment. And that's one of the best gifts you can give a child, is to allow them to use their creativity.
Yes, I fully agree with that. They might take one of them trucks and build a new colony on Mars.
Exactly.
It's hard telling what,
Exactly.
Because that's, something coming up in, not my future, but very possibly in her future.
Sonya, don't go to Mars. There's
Right.
nothing up there. Mars ain't the kind of place to raise your kids. Remember that song?
Yes.
In fact, it's cold as hell. Remember that song?
I don't
what
like
was that
cold.
song? Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, Elton John, Rocket Man.
But children do so much, and they have all of this stuff inside them, and you're allowing them an outlet, and that could form into their own career, like you were pointing out.
Yeah. It's, the thoughts that can come, we can overthink these things or totally underthink them. But if it helps develop a new mind, that's wonderful.
I can't imagine your father punishing you. Did he ever, when you were little, did he spank you ever? I mean,
A few times.
he's like Mr. Rogers or something.
Not very often.
Or was your mother the more of the one who delivered the punishment?
Disciplinarian.
Yeah.
The disciplinarian. That's it was Mom?
More so.
You're so sweet. Now, where did you grow up here in Ocala?
Actually, I grew up in Ohio.
In Ohio. And when did you move here?
1980.
1980.
I was firefighter paramedic up there,
Oh my gosh.
Really?
contractor, and I had work-related stress injuries. I had to retire from that. So I needed a whole change of scenery and life.
So, Sonya, you were just a little girl when you moved here?
I was, 12, I believe I was.
So this is where you grew up, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so the Ocala is home for you?
Yes.
And did you go to, well, you obviously went to school here as well.
I went to Vanguard.
You did? Oh, wow. Well, it's really a pleasure to get to know both of you. I want to make sure our audience knows, is there anything you want them to know about getting in touch with you? Or I think it's wonderful that you included in the conversation the people who donate the wood. I know you were a little reluctant. You probably thought there was some kind of rule about that. And thank you for asking, by the way, in advance. But, I mean, the fact that it's all going to a good cause, I mean, everybody should be included in on the conversation, I think.
Well, the biggest thing, enjoy our children, encourage them to think, guide them. Don't let them just go totally amok.
Right.
And do the correct things for them.
You are Mr. Rogers.
And if maybe someone's interested in masonry, contact a mason. We can always use some more good men.
Every mason I meet impresses me. You must have some kind of a screening process.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is there only men, right? No women in there?
Well, they have their own organization at the Eastern Star.
Are you an Eastern Star?
I was, but...
you could be... a man can be an Eastern Star, but a woman can't be a Mason.
Right.
Oh, man.
Oh, there you go.
Don't tell that
You
to the
guys rule the
feminists.
world.
They will have... they'll be all over you with that one. Well, Tom, nice to get to know you. Thank you so much for what you do. You're an inspiration to all of us. You're obviously very talented. And does your talent manifest itself in other ways? Are you an artist? And
I'm not really an artist, but I like to build furniture.
Well, that's an art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the engineering aspect of it because I don't go out and get plans from somebody else.
Oh, wow. That is important.
Design my own.
Yeah. So what's the biggest challenge about making a car? Is it the hole that the dowel rod goes through? No, that can't be a challenge. That's just a drill, right?
Yeah, that's just a drill.
Oh, the place the wheel goes. That's got to be the challenge, right?
That's I have built fixtures to make things simple for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. If it was just strictly doing these one car at a time, that would be a real challenge. But I simplify.
Is it therapeutic for you to actually be working on these?
Oh, yeah, because I go out there and I just let my mind...
Well, and do you celebrate the holidays? Do you celebrate Christmas or anything? Well,
sure.
Okay, well, enjoy the holidays. It was a really sweet moment to be in here with you. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for what you do. We love people who make the world a better place, and you two obviously are doing that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mom, too. You're out there somewhere. Thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Kilkenny. Tom and Sonya and Mom out there, thank you all for coming in today.
Thank you for having us.
We will be right back. You can share this interview, by the way. It'll be up on the video by 2 o'clock. We'll be right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Pat O'Neill. The top U.S. commander in Afghanistan says patience is called for to determine how many troops to keep